Hey, good morning, everybody. How you doing? I've got my other camera and it's all choppy. It's not going to be as good as the other phones. Left my phones inside Jen and Paul's vehicles yesterday, so I got home and I was like, oh! As soon as they pulled away, I saw them pulling down the street, and I took everything out of the vehicle, and I was like, oh no, I remembered going through the checklist in my mind, and I'm like, no, the phones are in there. And then I have no phones. I have all three phones are in their vehicle. Hey, Carrie, what's up? Tracy, what's going on? Josephine, what's up? Hey, Anna, how you guys doing? I apologize for the delay in getting back. Both of my phones died yesterday. This is only going to be a very, very brief live that I have here. I'm going to go get my phones charged, and then I'll do a longer live. I'll probably be doing lives most of the day today to cover everything. Basically, what I wanted to talk about is this. The narrative that's coming out now. I've got my cousin, right? So my cousin Jessica, what's up? Dave, what's up? Great to see you. My cousin, I won't give you his name, but I get a text from him saying, what is wrong with you? There is something seriously wrong with you. You need help. Josephine, how you doing, hon? There's something seriously wrong with you. And I'm like, wow. I go, excuse me. Just to check, I wanted to see, what were your thoughts about when Black Lives Matter and Antifa were running around our cities and killing Trump supporters, assaulting Trump supporters, politicians saying to go out there and attack every politician and Trump supporter that's out there? I wonder how you felt about the assaults that took place, the occupying of towns and cities and businesses. Alyssa, what's going on, hon? Great to see you. Jennifer, what's up? I wonder how you felt about that. I wonder how you felt that businesses were shut down, that families have been locked down, suicide rates gone up through the roof. These families who had their businesses forever, Antifa and Black Lives Matter and National Lawyers Guild and politicians, leftist mayors that supported that. How did you feel about that? Eric, what's going on? Fred, what's up, brother? Great to see you. Mike, what's going on? And he goes, oh, that's apples to apples. What are you talking about? Like, are you really, truly that indoctrinated and disconnected that you can't even see that was the real violence? Here's what happened yesterday. Sandy, what's going on, hon? Great to see you. Ann, what's up, sweetheart? Great to see you. Wow, oh my God. So what happened yesterday is this, and I'll give it to you in a nutshell. And I've got it all on video. The Facebook Lives weren't working, but I got it all on video. All of it. Everything. And they're saying that we had weapons and bombs down there. Not one weapon. Not one bomb. Are you kidding? Prove it. Don't just say it. Shred Ragan. Shame on you. Every single news media outlet out of Canada and out of the United States. Shame on them. They're saying we had 30,000 people there. There were 2 to 3 million people that were there. And no violence. And my cousin is saying that you guys are despicable. You're deplorable. I go, you want to know something? You're burning that city. Where is the city burning? Show me where the city is burning. We had 2 to 3 million people, and every time that we have gone down there, we have been peaceful. And I go, you want to know something else? We accept everybody. Even the single solitary Biden supporter that walked around saying, F Trump, F Trump, F Trump. We're the white supremacists, right? The black Biden supporter that went walking through the sea of white, black, Asian, anybody from South America, Central America, any country, Haiti, Japan, China, Japan, Korea, that one black person walking through a sea of all of those people, every political ideology, everyone that stands for America, liberal, Democrat, everybody, that person walked through the F Trump. You want to know what happened? And you want to know why he can do that? Because we're peaceful. We're not going to attack that person. In fact, we're going to go up to that person and go, hey, how you doing? Thank you, just like we always do. Thank you for your opinion. Thank you for expressing your right to free speech. And you want to know how many times we do that and there are the smiles? That's who we are. That's who this movement is. We are grandmothers, grandfathers, fathers, mothers, sons, daughters, cousins, friends, business owners, loved ones, politicians, military veterans. That's who we are. That's who comes together of all ethnicities. They want to say that we were in combat gear. Yeah, we were in combat gear because we figured you were going to. And today, this scumbag from the FBI, it's shame on 930 BEN for portraying it the way that they are. Shame on the Buffalo News. We need to sue every single one of these news media outlets. Every single time these news media outlets go to an event, stand in front of them, yell as loud as you can what the truth is. Yell in front of their buildings what the truth is. Because I was there. I stood with that woman that was carried up 60 in her 60s. And her husband in his 60s. Look of fear, but look of hope in their eyes. And she is in a scooter. Her legs, she can't even use them. I have it on video. Standing at the, not her standing, but she's in that scooter at the top of the stairs and he's there. And there is a sea of patriots. There were a sea of patriots there. And you know what we were doing to Capitol Police when they come by? We love you. I have it on video. Me protecting them. It's on video, me carrying one of them up the stairs and pushing the other one up after they came out to attack us, after they sprayed pepper spray, and we didn't have pepper spray. Nobody in our groups had pepper spray. Nobody. One smoke bomb that I saw was a red smoke bomb. That was it. We were not spraying tear gas. They were. Over and over. I was hit with tear gas 3 times. It's all on video. My eyes and my nose. 3 times. And then as I was helping that officer who came out and were attacking us, I grabbed him and I said, "Are you okay? Are you okay? Can you get back up these stairs? I need you to get back up these stairs." The other guy, the bigger guy, and he was of Asian descent, the taller guy, and the bigger guy. And you guys got to get up. Come on, let's go. We got to get you up these stairs. We'll get you back in. We did not mob them. We didn't hurt them. Carried them up the stairs. Got them back inside the building. And how I was thanked for that was I was shot in the face. Shot in the face. Thankfully, it went in my glasses. Thankfully, it went in my glasses. I stood guard. I stood guard with other patriots when the Capitol Police and our guys were coming in. No, this is not what we do. No, this is not what we do. We're not going to handle it this way. We're not going to do it this way. I stood guard at the top of the steps so that they couldn't get down. Our people couldn't get down. Those handful of people that were so mad and so angry that they wanted to engage. But you know what they did? After I had a conversation with them, I go, "Man, don't do this. Don't do this. Don't do this." And then they stood down. They turned around. Capitol Police walking by us. We love you. We love you. We love you. Thank you. Thank you for doing your job. God bless you. God bless you. Thank you, Jojo. Absolutely, hon. I'm okay. Susie, what's up? Diane, what's going on? Amanda, good morning. And I got way more to talk about on this, but it was important for me to get out right now and talk about this to you guys. It is all lies. I stood there the entire time with everybody. We didn't shoot one bullet. Not one bullet was shot. And where are the memories of the 4 people? Where are the memories of the 4 people? That patriot, that warrior, that veteran that gave her life, shot in the chest. For one reason. We had no guns. Say her name. Say her name. Say her name. Say her name. What about those 3 patriots that were killed? Why is the media portraying it the way that they did? We stood there with them. We thanked them for doing their jobs. We sang the Pledge of Allegiance, or we cited the Pledge of Allegiance. We sang the national anthem over and over again. And it's on camera. All of it. The video. All of it. Lies. Lies. And you want to know how we know it's a lie? Because local Antifa started calling it an insurrection on Tuesday. The insurrection, the terms that they're using now. It's all templated. It's all formulated. And shame on WBEN. Sue them. Sue every local media outlet. Sue the Buffalo News. I stood there. I've got it all on video. All on video. So what Mark is saying brings up a great point. Eric, what's up? What happened was, in my opinion, I've heard that Antifa, Amber, what's going on, hon? What Antifa did was dress up as us. I saw highly aggressive people and agitators. We had a sea of 2 million and 3 million people. A sea of 2 million and 3 million people. I've got it all on video, walking all streets, descending on that Capitol, hand in hand, arm in arm. USA, do your job. Time's up, lock them up. God bless America. That's what we said. That's what we did. Peaceful. No shots fired. Not one shot fired from us. Not one. Second Amendment groups, patriots that were there, freedom fighters, warriors, liberals, Democrats, moderates, libertarians, everybody standing there united for America. And the media, not one shot. We did not have tear gas. We did not have pepper spray. We did not shoot at them. I stood there. I saw others standing there protecting them, doing everything that we could. Everything that we could. We thank them all. We were inside that Capitol building, walking right past, I've got it all on video, walking right past Capitol Police. Thank you. Thank you. Hey, we voted for Trump too. How many? We voted for Trump too. We know. We get it. We get it. You know? Is there a cover charge? I go, is there a cover charge? Do I got to pay somebody? Where's the band? Where's the band? And smiles and laughs. And God bless America. And true. And the one man goes to me and I go, thank you for not escalating it. Thank you for keeping it peaceful, I said. And he goes to me, he said, well, there was somebody shot upstairs. And I go, I don't know anything about that. I don't know who was shot. I don't know if it was you, one of you guys. I'm sorry. I didn't know it was a 35-year-old Air Force veteran, 14-year veteran that they shot. Say her name! Say it! This is about America. This is about our freedom. This is for every ethnicity. This is why Chinese stand there so fearful. This is why Japanese and Korean and Mexican and Hispanic and black, everywhere, if you were Haitian or Jamaican or from Africa, we stood together, arm in arm, and we were peaceful, the entire time. We broke in. Somebody did. I don't know who it was. The doors were open. And they got inside the building, and when Capitol Police were there, they were mingling with us. I have it on video. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Thank you. God bless you. Thank you. Thank you for not escalating. Thank you. I don't know if is the sound cut off, guys? Can people hear me? Because I know what Facebook does is they like to cut it off and then they triple sound it. So let me know if you can hear me or not, and then I'll stop. You guys could still hear me? Unarmed woman, Amber. Unarmed woman. Men. 60-year-old men. 70-year-old men. Was it Antifa dressed up as us? I don't know. I can't say. I really can't say. But you want to know what they're saying we are? They're saying we're racists. They're saying we're white supremacists. Thank you, Tracy. Thank you, Mark. They're saying we were the problem. Well, you know what? We are the problem. And all of us are going to be a very big problem for every single town government, local government, DA, county government. Do your jobs the way you're supposed to do them. Law enforcement, do your jobs. Good officers, start standing up against those bad officers. Stand with us. Get those best models going so we can support you even more. Even the bad officers that are out there doing their job in a bad way. Oh, it drives us crazy, but we are going to not try to hurt you or hurt your image. We stand with you. Just like those Capitol Police. Were there individuals there that, you know, from Capitol Police that wanted to take us down? You could see the hate in their eyes. Could you see it? Yes, you could. But you know what I did? I made a plea with them. I told them, I said, these are your grandparents. These are your brothers. These are your sisters. They're all getting geared up in riot gear and everything else. I go, you don't need to do this. Stop making that plea with them. And I said, we love you. We love you. We love you. Looking in each one of their eyes. And each of their eyes. And they stood down. And our side said, they're retreating. And I said, no, that's not what this is. That's them realizing that they don't want to hurt us. That's what that is. Take that as a small win. Don't rub it in their faces. We have to be better. We have to be better. All of us need to demand and insist better. Even if there's just one, if there is just one person that is acting inappropriately, we need to demand and insist better. We need to bring people together. Lies. All lies. Shame on Shred and Reagan for the lies that they have been telling for months. And their part in this. And BEN. And their lies. Constant lies. Buffalo News. Lies. I was there. I have it all on video. And our people stood in the way. If they were going to attack, we stood in the way. We picked CPS up. Capitol Police, the Capitol Police. We picked them up. We said we have your back. We love you. Dragging them back in so they could get in after they had shot us in the face over and over and over again. Rubber bullets, pepper spray, batons, still taking them, helping them to get back in the building, still standing to protect them, saying we love you. That's what happened. There wasn't a bomb. Show us where the bomb was. Show us where the bomb was. Prove it. Don't just say it. Say there was a long rifle, because there wasn't. Say there was somebody that shot. There wasn't. Nobody from our side shot. Not one person. In all those Second Amendment people, how many guns do you think there were? How many guns do you think there were? Not one person shot from our side. Not one. No pepper spray. Tear gas. Where are we going to get it? They had the flash bombs. They were shooting flash bombs. I watched them beat 60 and 70-year-old people, men and women, pushing them, running them over. I watched it. But you want to know something? We learned so many things yesterday. We learned how to stand in front of the media. We learned how to hold them accountable each and every time they go out on the street. That's what we learned. We learned how strong we are. We learned how strong our voices are. We learned how strong our numbers are. If we can take the Capitol building, there is nothing we can't accomplish. County government, city government, town government, state government. Do your jobs the right way. Stop weaponizing yourself against the people. Stop lying. Stop defrauding. Stop extorting. Stop embezzling. Stop giving our money away to other countries. Stop getting your handouts from lobbyists. Stop. Protect the Constitution. Stand for the Constitution the way it was written. Stand up for your oath. Stand up for your bond. We learned, and they learned. They learned how powerful we are. They learned how strong we are. And that is why they will have a full-on attack against all of us, calling us white supremacists, calling us domestic terrorists. This is what you're going to hear. You've already heard Biden. Biden comes out, are you serious? You watch, you supported. Biden invited terrorists to burn cities, loot cities, tear down statues. We did none of that. None of it. Not one bit of that did we do. None of it. Biden is criminal, scum, terrorist, traitorous, treasonous, traitor. We did none of that. I was there. I got it all on video. All of it. On Facebook Live, some of it, when I could get on Facebook Live. We need to be our own news media outlets. News media is going down. We are taking them down. Shame on them for what they had their hand in. This is on their hands, all for their own self-serving measures, their greed, so they can have influence, their egos. That's why these reporters do what they do. We learned a lot yesterday. We learned a lot yesterday. National Guardsmen and DC police, and I've heard Secret Service were called in to reinforce Capitol Police ranks. I believe that was the case. They were in full riot gear. I will say this, that, the people that they pushed, that they tear gassed, that they bombed, that they flash bombed, that, they gave concussions to, that they killed, none of it had to happen. None of it had to happen. 4 people are dead. And who's saying their names? You better believe I'm going to be saying their names over and over and over again. What we've learned is that the media and politicians will do everything that they can to maintain control and to fit their narrative. They won't tell the true story. They'll tell it from a biased and skewed perspective that is self-serving. That is exactly how they will tell it. And if this were Black Lives Matter and Antifa right in that Capitol, how would they be portraying it? How have they portrayed it? How did Cuomo and de Blasio portray it? Byron Brown, assaults, murders, terrorizing businesses on the street. How did they portray that? Oh, that's mostly peaceful protest. It's a healthy form of showing, your dissatisfaction with government. Bricks, vehicles, pepper spraying people in the face. We didn't do any of that yesterday. We could have. We had 2 or 3 million people. That entire city could have been burnt to the ground, razed to the ground. But what happened? We walked by peacefully. Nothing was burned. Not one thing was burned. The camera equipment that the Patriots ended up taking because of their lies, good morning, Bonnie, good morning, Karen, took because of their lies, we put that in a pile. Symbolic of we are burning you down to the ground. Burning you down to the ground. We are tired of the manipulation, the facts, saying there's bombs, saying we did this. One long gun 2 to 3 million people, and it probably was a cardboard long gun, if they had that. But you want to know something? Guaranteed, I can guarantee you there were hundreds of thousands of weapons there, of guns. Hundreds of thousands of guns. Hundreds of thousands of guns. Second Amendmenters. You know how many were used? You know what my weapon was yesterday when I went in? You want to know what my weapon was? I had a fork. That was my weapon. Just in case. I didn't want to bring my keys with me, just in case something happened. I didn't know how bad it was going to be. I had no idea. We were dressed up to defend ourselves. My weapon was a fork. Just in case I needed it. And I didn't have to use it. I didn't have to use that fork. Do you want to know why? Because Antifa didn't show up. DC mayor lied. Everything was open. We went to Dunkin' Donuts in the morning. Completely peaceful. We sat around. Completely peaceful. And even as we were going up those steps, as they were spraying us over and over, killing 3 of us. Killing 3 of us. Say their names. Even after they did that, even after they took our old people out, even after they did that to us, even after we saw them doing that to us, what were we doing? We love you. God bless you. Thank you. We understand. Make no mistake about it. If we wanted to tear it down and raze it to the ground, it would have been. Is that what I wanted? No. Is that what any other patriot down there wanted? No. Even when our side got escalated, what did we do? We stood with Capitol Police, defending them. I've got it all on camera. I've got it all on video. Thanking them. Even after they killed 3 of ours, and one inside shot that 35-year-old woman. 14-year veteran. God bless you. Thank you for not escalating this. God bless you. We love you. We support you. Everybody. I've got it on video. Capitol Police and patriots are standing right there together, talking, laughing, not being violent with one another. Even after they shot us in the face over and over and over again, pepper spray, people completely disabled, eyes can't see, elderly, 60-year-old people, 70-year-old people. Even after they did that, we still said, thank you. What if that were Antifa? What if that were Black Lives Matter? Do you think it was going to be the same result? What do you think? And what would be happening today? What would be happening today if 4 Black Lives Matter protesters and 4 Antifa protesters were shot and killed and murdered? What will be happening today in city after city after city after city? Because Biden supported that. Because Kamala Harris supports that. Because these leftist, extremist, radical terrorists support that and advocate for it and espouse it over and over and over again. And they are on video doing it. And what happens today? Buffalo's peaceful. Every town, city across America, peaceful. We did what we needed to do. We made our point. And we got out. And did we want to escalate it? And did we want to stay there? Absolutely we did. Did we want to occupy that Capitol building like they've occupied our cities to show them that we're not disrupting your business. We're not disrupting your town. We're not disrupting your family. We're disrupting our house. Our house. Our chambers that we own. We're going to disrupt that. That property, that Nancy Pelosi, that's not her office. That's not any of those senators' house. That's our office. Those are the people's office. Byron Bowe, Mark Poloncarz, Gail Burstein, John Flynn. Those are our offices. They work for us, and they have forgotten that. They are terrorists. Make no mistake about it. Committing and perpetrating psychological warfare each and every day, and today proves it, just how they characterized it. And I applaud the group that came out and took the barriers down for those press and took their stuff and made them cower for once. After years of lying over and over and over again, harming and dividing us, dividing all of us with their lies and their agenda. That was probably one of my favorite moments of the whole time, was the fact that that media, they got it thrown in their face for once. Because they never have any responsibility. Just like the school boards don't have any responsibility. Just like the teachers' unions have no responsibility, but they keep taking and taking and taking and destroying. What we learned yesterday was that that's over. That era is over. And I know people are sad because of what happened in Georgia. And I know people are sad about what's happening with the presidency guys. Don't be. And this is why you're not going to be upset. They think they've won. They haven't won. What's happened is we have awoke. You have never, ever, ever seen what happened yesterday. You've never seen it. We never thought that could happen. And to those heroes, and to those brave men and women that did what they needed to do yesterday, they did what they needed to do, all of us, of all ethnicities, of all religions, of all creeds, of all races, it's all on camera, standing, united, unified, arm in arm. Didn't matter what color your skin was. Didn't matter what your political affiliation was. We said, we are done. We are done with you lying and stealing from us and taking from our families and taking from our kids. We're done. And us opening up businesses and taking that from us. We're done with the muzzles. We're done with the lockdowns. And there was an amazing young black gentleman that was there yesterday from Texas. Amazing man. He was missing his teeth. Both of them, though. So, I got a little soft spot for the guys who are missing their teeth. And he stood in front of those doors. And those racists, those white supremacists that they're saying were there, stood there, watched him, loved him, adored him, revered him, gave him so much respect and reverence, hugged him after he said his words about his story and his children and his family. And guess what? I've got that on camera. That man, I was honored. He came up to me afterwards. We had an opportunity to shake and embrace. I said, man, I love what you're doing. Don't stop fighting. Keep doing. I said, you are brilliant. You are a genius. I said, you are inspiring and motivating. Don't stop doing what you're doing. And that's what yesterday was about. America is about ending the mental slavery. It's about ending the financial slavery. It's about ending the governmental slavery that they put on all of us. And we know it. 50% in taxes gone away. You work until June 30th. The schools are closed. Our taxes are going up every day. Forced vaccinations, forced muzzling, forced lockdowns for no reason. Super spreader event. Yesterday was a world-ending super spreader event. Yeah, super spreader of love. How many people do you think are going to walk away? How many people do you think are going to walk away from that event and get sick? Nobody is going to walk away from that event and get sick because it's a lie. That was the third one that we have had. Millions of people showed up. Nobody died of COVID. Super spreaders. Nobody. And that's what this black gentleman was saying. End it. This is the reality. This is my family. This is my business. This is my job. I'm done. I am done. That's why I stand here with all of these other patriots. The one thing I regret, we were singing the national anthem, people were saying prayers, we were saying the Pledge of Allegiance. The one thing I regret, and I didn't think of it yesterday, and like most people know, when I'm out there, I'm where I feel I need to be at all different times. If it's carrying somebody out, if it's dragging Capitol Police inside the building, if it's standing guard against police, or, for police against the individuals that may want to engage them, wherever I'm supposed to be, pouring water in somebody's eyes, helping somebody out, I'm where I'm supposed to be. And the one thing that I regret yesterday, of everything, I said, God bless you, we love you, God, for every single Capitol Police, even after they killed us, even after they shot us. I wish I would have hugged them. I wish we would have stood in line together, arm in arm. Patriot, Capitol Police, patriot. I wish we would have done that. I wish I could have given every single one of those men and women a hug yesterday. I woke up this morning and I said, and this happens when we're doing rallies and protests, I wake up in the morning and I say, I wish I would have done that. I wish I would have done that. And I always tell myself, I go, you can only do what you can do. It's a learning experience. It's a lesson. And then I write it down. I keep it in my phone and I go, do this the next time. And I say, you weren't supposed to do it this time. It's supposed to happen next time. And there's a reason why it didn't happen this time. And the other thing that I wish I would have done is I wish I would have got up on top of that balcony where the line of Capitol Police officers were and helped people up so that we had enough people to stand there in front of them, one line in front of them, the entire line, all of us, one hand on our heart, one hand to the side. A line of people. Hand on the heart. Hand outstretched. And then behind us, facing the crowd, people, arm around shoulder, everybody. I wish I would have thought of that yesterday. And I didn't. When I'm in those situations, I don't know what's always appropriate. I don't know what I should be saying, what I should be doing as far as from a leadership role, because we don't have any leaders. They're saying that this was organized and orchestrated. None of it was. I didn't know anybody that was down there. I know people that came themselves, their sisters, one at a time. There was no organization. There was no plot. There was no plan. There was none of that. And just imagine that visual. You've got the line of Capitol Police, all in battle rattle, all geared up, and every person, hand on their heart, not reaching out to them because we don't want to threaten them, but just our hands, just that little bit in front of us, out to the side. I wish I would have thought of it yesterday. But I didn't. And I thought of it today. So from now on, because you can mark my words, under Kamala Harris and under Biden, those are going to get way worse. Those confrontations are going to get way worse. And they will absolutely deploy the National Guard on us. And they will absolutely, and with intent to kill. Make no mistake about that. And we all knew that. We all knew that this was our one opportunity to get into that building. Because once Kamala Harris and Joe Biden get in, they support terrorists occupying our cities. They support radical leftists. They support communism. They support the Chinese, the Communist Party. That's who they support. And they've already said, Cuomo has said it, leftist after leftist after leftist. Right-wingers, you have no place here. And we're not right-wingers. We're Americans. We're constitutionalists. We're freedom fighters. We want every liberty and freedom that is bestowed upon us. And when you have those leftists out there that will say, well, you need government control. We had 2 or 3 million people there. Not a stitch of garbage anywhere. Not one Capitol, police officer killed. They could have been. They could have been killed. We had millions of us. They could have been. DC police. They could have been killed. Buildings could have been burned down to the ground. Everybody had guns. Not one shot from our side. Not one shot. And the videos will prove it. It'll go against what the media is saying. And guess what? Now they're calling for FBI investigations on everybody and everything else. But all of a sudden, when all the video after video after video after video comes out that we were peaceful, guess what? The media is going to do. They're going to back away from the story. They're going to completely back away from it. The most effective kill shot yesterday was the statement made. All of us are done. And you think you've won, but you've only made us stronger. You think you've stolen our hope, but you've given us infinitely more hope and dreams and belief and faith and desire and determination. And even with the politicians and the media that work against us, that call us violent, guess what we'll do? Stand with us. Stand for what's right. We're here for you. We're brothers, we're sisters, we're mothers, we're fathers, we're grandmothers, we're grandfathers. We love you. God bless you. And that double line, we're facing them, hands on hearts, hands outreached. And then that line of people behind us, arm in arm, arms over shoulders, arms around waists, singing, doing what we need to say, telling jokes, I don't care, but doing everything we can to show we are together, to stand for what's right, so that we chase every vile, villainous, traitorous criminal from media, from our government agencies, from law enforcement, from politics, from our towns, from our cities, our counties, our state, and our country, so that we truly make this country the best country on the face of the planet, and one that embodies and personifies and exemplifies and typifies why people have been migrating here for years and years and years, and why they've wanted to come here forever, but for the first time in history, they no longer want to come. They no longer want to come. The world is looking at us. The world is watching us. We are their hope. We are their light. So that they can, hopefully, everybody is always looking for somebody to do something. So when we're at these events, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. You see something that happens and you feel like you got to recognize that opportunity and you have to take it and you have to act. And you guys have seen me out there trying to de-escalate time and time and time and time again. We love you. God bless you. Accepting everybody, even those people killing us, accepting them. Because it's that love, it's that warmth, it's that humanity, it's that tenderness, it's that respect, it's that affection, it's that adoration that people are going to see over and over and over again. And what they're going to see is we're not that different. And we all want what's right. There are things that are just inherently moral and virtuous. And there's no gray area. That's what we want. And those models exist all over the country, all over the state, and all over the world. And we can find them and apply them here. I guess I don't even understand or appreciate the importance of yesterday. It's unbelievable. And what we did at Robbie's, and I ran into a guy who recognized me and made me smile. He said, you're that guy, and I saw you in Albany. Come here, do an interview. And he's got a TV station that he does, and that made me feel good. And what we did at Robbie's inspired millions of people. Millions and millions of people. What we did yesterday inspired billions. And the stories need to be told the way that they went down. Not that there were bombs out there. Not that there were guns. Not that we did pepper spray. Not that we did tear gas. Not that we were violent. Not that we were racist. Not that we were supremacists. We take those videos, all of those videos that I have, that we all have, and we saturate everything with the truth. We bury them with the truth and honesty over and over again. This fight's never going to end, guys. I hate to say that. Things will get better, way better. We're going to get the right people in place. We're going to put the models in place for elections. I already know how to do it. So many of us do. We've already talked about it. This is the way it's going to be. It's the way it is for your local school budget vote. This is the way it's going to be for national elections across the board. No fraud. Zero chance of fraud or manipulation. And if you stand against it, you're a traitor. Because how can you not want one vote, one person, every person to have a vote? One vote. Unmanipulated, non-fraudulent vote. And why wouldn't you want people counting those votes, each and every one of them, accurately? That's where it starts. And that was the other realization I had this morning. We have got to take on the election process first and foremost. Dominion has to be held criminally accountable for their treasonous actions, their traitorous actions. I combined those words there. Made up my own word. And it has to start there. And where it starts after that is that love in embracing people. No matter what they're shouting at you. Even when they kill you. We had tens and tens of thousands of people at that Capitol building. We had tens and tens of thousands more people down below, hundreds of thousands more. If we wanted to kill every single DC police officer there, we could have. Make no mistake about it. That could have happened. And it didn't. Because we are elevating ourselves. It's human consciousness. It's human consciousness. Human consciousness. There we go. It's humanity. It's love. It's regard. It's respect. It's reverence. That's what it is. Appreciating and sympathizing and empathizing with what that person is going through. Even when they're screaming at you. Whether it's out on our streets here, and Biden supporters and Antifa and Black Lives Matter attacking us, or screaming obscenities at us and our children, and us responding with "we love you," or whether we're down in DC and the media is being completely corrupt and morally bereft and inept and lying about everything, whether it's them or whether it's Capitol Police killing us. we'll show them love. And when those videos get out over and over and over again, and all the people that they have indoctrinated and all the people that they have brainwashed day after day after day, they're going to see us. We're like, it's not how that went down. I was there. I saw it. I see this video here. I see the media saying this, but I see this video with my eyes. Why? Well, why are they saying that? Why are they doing that? What do they have to stand to gain? I'll be back and I'm going to talk more about the details of what happened yesterday, but I do have to get going. This one was a lot longer than I anticipated it being, but I felt it was important because so many people wanted to know what was happening, and my phones died, and yesterday you guys saw that, and I would have been there all night. I would be down there today. I want to thank the Marching Patriots for organizing it, Mike and Desi Segul, and all of the Patriots that were down there. I want to thank them. I love them. They're a family. I want to thank the Marching Patriots that were here on yesterday and marched in East Aurora. Thank you for everything that you've done. That's a family, and that's a bond and a brotherhood and a connection that I feel with each and every one of those people. And I apologize for moving away from the group. And all I can ask you guys is that you understand there are things that I just intrinsically and intuitively and innately know that I need to do and where I need to be. And I just ask that when those times happen, that you understand when I have to step away. Everything is with design and intent and with a balanced head and clear thought. I don't always know why it is I need to be where it is that I'm at, but the specific reason, but I just know that I need to be there in that situation. And I know that I cannot put anybody else at risk. I can't do that. And I can't put the group at risk. I can't put any individual in the group at risk. So I apologize to the Patriots. It wasn't about division. It wasn't about walking away from the group. It was where I knew I needed to be, as evidenced by every spot that I was yesterday was where I needed to be, doing and saying the things that I needed to be without putting anybody else at risk. And thank you to every single patriot in the country that came out. Those 80-year-old veterans those 80-year-old veterans were on those steps of every ethnicity, saying, I wish we didn't have to do this. Why does it have to be this way? Why can't they just do what's right? I've never been so blessed and honored to be a part of each one of your lives. I've never been so blessed and honored to be a part of this movement, doing each small piece that I can. Nick Forticelli. I got my phones on me, I'm driving, and we got the crew in the trucks a little tipsy. A little more than just a little tipsy. They were having fun, and we were singing music, and it was just amazing, and I wouldn't rather travel with anybody in the world. There are so many of you guys that I love with all my heart, and would love for the truck to have been big enough for all of us to have been in it. But It was an amazing assembly of people. And, Nick picks up the phone. And this is just how you know. Hey, Pete, how you doing? Nancy's out of town. She's, driving. Oh, I can't remember. She's their daughter down for, taking part in, I can't remember now. It's totally, sorry, Nancy, I forget. It's in my phone, I'll remember. But, Nick's at home eating nachos and chocolate milk. That's a true story. And he picks up the phone, he calls, Pete, where are you? I need you. He's like, I'm in Elma. And with everything he has, he wants to be at the Northtown Center. He's like, I can't go, I can't make it. Can you go? I know you're in Cheektowaga. And I'm like, man, I am on my way to DC. And it's killing both of us to not be able to be there for them. That's what this is. That's what this movement is. Standing up against what is wrong, the tyranny, not our version of what is wrong. No. What's wrong? Are you trying to steal from this person? Are you trying to take from them in some way? Are you trying to deprive them of something? Well, that's wrong. It's pretty simple and clear cut. Doesn't get any more simple and clear cut than that, actually. Not sure how people don't see that, but I'll come back on later, guys. But being a part of what I was a part of yesterday, I mean, that was historic. That was revolutionary. Monumental. And every single person who is oppressed around the world and this country now has that belief and that faith in themselves that they can take it back. Let Biden and Harris have the next 4 years. In the next 4 years, we have thousands of us in Erie County, when before we had each of us individualized. Remember when that one politician said, we're not worried about conservatives, they hate each other, they don't come together. Oopsie, kind of made a little bit of a misstep there. Millions of us. Let them keep. How many times do I say it? Let me be the misfit. Overlook me. Let me be the person you take for granted. Let me and the rest of us be the people that you think don't matter and aren't going to do anything. Let us keep doing that. Because we're going to keep building. And we're going to keep growing. And we're going to keep doing. And piece by piece by piece, government office, political office by office, we're taking it back. And for those that were disappointed that we didn't occupy that building and stay there so that they couldn't meet at 8 o'clock, our victory is far greater. We lost 4. How many could have been lost if we would have done that? Our victory yesterday is not just symbolic, man. It is actual. It is real. And it has lit a fire under millions and millions of patriots' asses. And you thought we inspired people after Robbie De Niro. That was amazing and beautiful. But this is going to be special. And millions of people are going to come together. They're ready to do it. They just need direction. They need focus. And if I have to go into every single town, every ethnic center, every religion, Arabic, Jewish, or Muslim, Jewish, Buddhist, Christian, every single one. I won't go to one though. There is one church. I'll go into every single church, town, community center, ethnic center, and we have it all spelled out now on how to do this. On how to take it back peacefully. On how to take it back with love. And if we need to come together to storm the castle, we will. And we'll do it peacefully, just like we did yesterday. Even when we are armed to the teeth, we will do it peacefully. You won't even know we have weapons. You won't even realize it. I had a fork. Literally. That was my weapon, just in case. Didn't bring my keys. That was it. My fork. I'm going to go eat with that fork now. First time I've taken anything. First time I've taken anything out on the street. Took a fork. We were storming the castle. With my fork. I'll show you the fork. It's still on my bed. I still have the fork on my bed that was in my bag. I tucked it in the pocket. I'm like, I don't think I'm going to need this, but just in case, I'll bring the fork. And that's who we are. That's who patriots are. We don't want to steal from you. We don't want to deprive you of anything. We don't want to hurt you. We don't want to maim you. We don't want to kill you. We don't want to take from you. We don't want to oppress you. We don't want to repress you. We don't want to do any of that. We want your freedoms to be exactly the same as our freedoms. We want all of our freedoms to be the same. And we inspired billions yesterday. Billions. Man. I called my mom. I had a conversation with her. And she's just, wishes they could be there. And my stepfather wishes he could be there. As he's been calling for the revolution, like so many have since the 90s. And I'm going to go over tomorrow and I'm going to show them all the videos. Figure out how to get it on their TV. If anybody knows how to do that, let me know. Because I don't have a TV. And I'm going to let them watch it all. What happened. So that they see. Because my mom asked me, she goes, Pete, what happened? And I go, they're lying, Mom. She goes, I knew they were lying. First word she said. I knew they were lying. My mom needed to grow. And she needed to expand. And she needed to see things from other than just her skewed sense of perspective. And she needed how to do things without expectation, but she was forced into adulthood at 16. And even having my stepfather, who is suffering from palsy, debilitating palsy, and even though he's suffering from that, he wanted to be there. She's growing every day, and I'm so proud of her. She stopped fighting with people. She stopped being self-destructive and undermining and sabotaging herself. And you guys hear me talking about this day in and day out. As each and every one of us live that. And people ask me all the time, Pete, how is it that somebody could be, I'm watching them scream in your face and I'm watching them say these things about you online, these lies that I know that are lies. And I'm hearing them say about you this, and they're saying they're going to attack your house and they're going to come after you, and they're saying that this is, yet you're doing this, you killed your first wife, and you've done this. And how does that drive you crazy? How can you just stand there when they've got the battle gear on their faces and they're ready to attack you and they've killed some of your people? How can you stand there? And I see there's a bigger picture. And everything that I've learned from everything that I've done allows me to handle the situation the way that I do. All of my teachers, all of my mentors, all of the peers that have bestowed upon me and imparted upon me the incredible wisdom and knowledge and gratitude that they have, and to see that. And as each one of us get better and better and better and better, the whole thing starts to turn around. It's always darkest. We don't always know what the good's going to be, guys, but don't be sad today. I know that Georgia race, and I know that the presidency is weighing heavy on people. It's a gift. And what you are seeing has happened in 9 months. Imagine how fast it's going to grow. If after we were all fractured, all of us thinking and feeling the same way, we're all fractured. If after 9 months we've built and created what we've built, from being separate and being individuals and being one, to come together as thousands in this county, to come together as millions in this state, and to come together as millions for our country, realizing we are together and unified. Imagine how quickly all of those capable people are going to start to grow. And all of those capable, qualified, willing people that just need direction. How do I hold this politician who's, shutting down these businesses and stealing? How do I hold that person accountable? This is how you do it. Oh, and by the way, you've got all this support. Law enforcement officer, how do I hold that bad officer accountable? This is how you do it. And by the way, we've got your back. School teacher, how do I hold this bad school accountable? This bad teacher accountable? This bad union president? This bad administrator? This bad school board member? How do we hold? This is how you hold them accountable. This is how you do it. Sorry, I had to. And as this wisdom and as each act, because now we've got the numbers, now we need the information and the direction. And I learned invaluable amounts of precious information through this last 9 months. About people, about the system, about their tactics, how they operate, how we operate. And yesterday, in is immeasurable amounts of information pouring in, being weighed. Okay, that's what we do. This is what we got to do. And as each and every one of us start to act with that information that we share and collaborate with one another, we are no longer that one person standing. The politicians that agree with us, they finally have that courage to do the right thing, to start that law enforcement officer, the courage to do the right thing. Everybody starting to have that courage to do the right thing. And then those people who are in it for reasons of their own, those self-serving reasons. Either they start to get with the program, or they get pushed out and replaced. And that, like I've been talking about, is going to happen so quickly. Because we are going to share that information with everybody. We are going to share those acts with everybody. It's just complete and utter body tingle. Just so much warmth. Not knowing completely, just believing intrinsically that you could trust your brothers and your sisters that you are out there with. Just feeling that you could, to do the right thing. But not 1,000% positive and certain that you could. But after yesterday, it left no doubt. It left zero doubt of how strongly and mindfully and virtuously and moral and convicted and resolute people are going to do and stand together to being good, even after some of the most violent and horrific things have happened to us. So don't go in today with a heavy heart. Don't go into any moment ever again with a heavy heart. Look at it all as a gift. And I know I'm getting all kinds of texts that are saying, so sad, it's over. This is just the beginning, guys. Believe me. Trust in it. If I thought for a second it wasn't, I would tell you. Just like when we went down to DC and I felt like we needed to be prepared for the worst. It was the only time that I said that. Only time. Even our rallies and protests here, you guys don't hear me say that. Prepare for the worst this time. But let's do everything we can to be the best that we can be. And I am proud of every single person that was there yesterday, a part of that legendary event. That conducted them the way that needed to happen. Because that could have been far worse. It could have been far worse than it was. You know I will, Applejacks. Hey, Warrior, Holly, Brian, good morning. I'm going to eat some breakfast. I did get some sleep last night. Everybody asked, did you sleep at all? In DC, I got a couple hours. Maybe a couple hours. Last night I got to bed about 2 and I was about 6 today, so there's a lot of work to be done. You guys keep fighting. You guys keep doing what you need to do. Each and every one of us. I love you guys. I'll talk to you a little bit later with all the events. I'll explain and describe everything. I'm not going to have videos put together. I do need to reach out to some people to put those videos together. But I have all the evidence. All of the evidence documenting and chronicling exactly how we behaved, what we did, how we conducted ourselves, and how they behaved. Remember, guys, no matter what's facing us, I'll see you in a little bit.